Back now to the breaking news we're following out of the North Bay in Santa Rosa, where police are searching for a man who allegedly killed one of his relatives and cut off her head, and he might have that head with him. So joining us now is Sergeant Patricia Seffens with the Santa Rosa Police Department. Thank you for joining us so we can chat about this. It has definitely got our attention. So this suspect that you're looking for, this person of interest, however you want to describe it, can you tell us a little bit about how you may think that he has a person's head with him?
Yes, Justine, thank you. I can't divulge too many details about the investigation. It is ongoing. The detectives from our violent crimes team have been working around the clock since this incident was discovered yesterday afternoon. And based on the information they learned in their investigation, they do believe that the suspect, Mr. Arroyo Lopez, did leave the residence with his relative's head in his possession.
So the person that you're looking for, we're putting up his picture now on the screen, is 24-year-old Luis Gustavo Arroyo Lopez. You're saying that he killed one of his relatives inside her home on Pomo Trail around this time yesterday. And when police got there, that they found that the body was decapitated, the head nowhere to be found. You're thinking that he still may have it in his possession. Can you tell us a little bit about the relationship here between this family member and the suspect here?
Right. At this time, we're only prepared to release the fact that they were related. They are family members. We are not going to release the nature of that relationship quite yet in order to protect the identity of the victim, to allow for proper family notifications.
And what might be the motive here?
Again, that's all part of the ongoing investigation. And when we are able to release more information, we will.
Have you found any type of weapon that may have been used in this crime?
We do know that the weapon used was obviously a bladed instrument. As far as the location of that weapon, that is part of the ongoing investigation, and I can't release that information at this moment.
So our suspect here was last seen wearing a long sleeve black hooded sweatshirt, a jacket, black pants, white shoes. What do you want to do if someone may see him in and around Santa Rosa or the North Bay? What you want people to how you want people to handle it?
Right. We want people to consider him armed and dangerous. He does have prior convictions for violent assaults and weapons possessions. So regardless of the weapon that was used in this particular crime, it doesn't mean that he is either unarmed or armed with any particular weapon. We just want everyone to treat him as if he is armed and dangerous, not to engage with him or try to contact him. Immediately call 911 and let law enforcement in that area respond and contact him.
Because he was also recently released from state prison after serving time for charges that include assault with a deadly weapon, which may also put sort of your heightened alert that he may be considered armed and dangerous.
Absolutely.
And what areas, there are some areas also where you thought that he might be headed because he has some relatives in other places of California?
Yes, he does have other relatives in the San Joaquin Valley area. We don't have information at this time saying that he is specifically en route to that location or any other particular location. We just want to make sure people are aware of the fact that he does have contacts in that area should he choose to try to go to that area.
Is there anything else you think that's really important to pass along right now?
Yes, absolutely. Again, if you see the suspect, please do not try to engage or contact him. Consider him armed and dangerous and call 911. But if you have any information that you think might be relevant to this investigation, we are asking that you call our Santa Rosa Police Department Violent Crimes Investigations team at 707-543-3590.
Again, this is a search right now that's happening for 24-year-old Luis Gustavo Arroyo Lopez, who allegedly killed one of his relatives. That body was found decapitated, and Santa Rosa police are thinking that he may have her head with him. And if you see him, he's considered armed and dangerous. Just call 911. Sergeant, we really appreciate you joining us here with this breaking news update.
Thank you.